All right, Vestas Cleveland Browns, Shedeur Sanders and the Tennessee Titans war battle. Oh yeah, in week 14, it's about to go down. We already know that Shedeur Sanders was drafted in the 5th round, but he is definitely first round talent. And we know that Cam Ward was selected in round 1, number 1. So it doesn't matter what they say. It's about to be a nice showcase. And now that we know what they are doing behind the scenes, they definitely need to be more careful. What am I talking about today? You know that Shedeur Sanders and Cam Ward, they got a special connection. It's going to be a shocker. And before I get into this next video, I definitely want to highlight these young men. Shout out to the Burke County Bears from Waynesboro, Georgia. Even though they were defeated against the Carver Columbus Tigers, it still was a nice battle. Burke County did show Georgia that they are a powerhouse, and next year they'll be returning just like they did the last 4 years. So shout out to Burke County and Carver Columbus, they 3rd lowest scoring game in the season. And Burke County definitely don't hold your head down with that 14-33 loss, because Georgia has re-ranked you as number 73 in the state. So despite the loss, you are still a powerhouse. All right, moving forward. I know you saw my video yesterday. The NFL Players Association said that they are a union that represents the player of the National Football League. And let's look deeper. They said we're dedicated to the success and the well-being of all players on and off the field. Let me read this again and put more emphasis on it. They said that we are dedicated to the success and well-being of all players on and off the field. And I'm going to keep highlighting this right until someone do right by Shedeur Sanders in the Cleveland Browns, until they come in and do their own investigation. But somebody needs to do something. It seemed like Emmanuel Acho, who has been talking correctly in the last 2 weeks, I think he needs some reminder, because he stated last night that Shedeur Sanders need to come up and show something and prove something to him and everybody else that he's QB1. Yeah, the reason why the Cleveland Browns is playing so bad in the second half of the Cleveland Brown game versus the 49ers is because the O-line is compromised. The Cleveland Browns is doing this stuff like in the open on a national stage. Shedeur can't do it all. And we're definitely not going to have short-term memory over him. This is when the Ravens game, when Shedeur was out there in the second half. And that's the same players right there on the right-hand side exposed. They just let the defenders come in and eat Junkins up in the running back. And this was one of those 4-and-1. This is one of the most pivotal plays of the game last week. Shedeur Sanders could have won that, and they just continue to flop. And I'm going to let you hear what Emmanuel Acho stated.
Show me some promise. You have 4 more games. We gave Dylan Gabriel 6 starts. He won 1 and 5.
Okay.
I need Shedeur to get 6 starts. Shedeur's 1 and 1. 4 more games. Because 4 more games leaves 1 game left. Deshaun Watson, we on the clip for him still for $90 million. So Shedeur, you get 6 starts. Gabriel, you get 6 starts. Deshaun, you get a start. Draft. 3 months. Let's see what we need. 4 more games. I'm giving Shedeur 4 more to show me something. He ain't got to show me that he's Tom Brady reincarnate, but just show me something in these next 4 games. Show me, give me a 3-touchdown, 1 interception game. Give me a 3-touchdown, no interception game. Give me a 2-touchdown, no interception game. Give me a game where you take the whole shot instead of the check.
You don't think that Shedeur Sanders have shown us enough? We all know who Shedeur Sanders is. Let's go back to the stats. In a total of 3 games, Shedeur Sanders has threw for over 405 yards. He's had 2 TDs, 2 interceptions. And we'll talk about a player that never got first-team reps until 2 weeks ago. And let's go ahead. I also want to highlight this. In the Baltimore game, he only had 16 attempts. In the Raiders game, which they won, he only had 20 attempts. In the last game against the 49ers, he only had 25 attempts. So if you do your math, Shedeur Sanders may have only had 60 passing attempts in 3 games, because Kevin Stefanski has put the handcuffs on Shedeur. I would love for Shedeur to have those stats that Emmanuel Acho is stating. Let's remember, Kevin Stefanski, a.k.a. Tommy Rees, is the one calling plays. Shedeur Sanders, yes, he can go out on a limb and make plays himself. And then what? You want him blackballed more in the league for saying that he's calling his own plays? Come on, Emmanuel Acho. I don't know if you've been seeing the trending videos, but here it is. Shedeur Sanders can't do it all. This video has been trending for the last 48 to 72 hours. Let me remind you, Shedeur Sanders can't do everything on the field. He can't pass. He can't hand the ball off. He can't block and guard himself. This must be a team effort. The O-line must do their job, but he can't do it all by himself. But he's walking around players that are compromising and exposing the O-line. You know his stats supposed to be better. And I'm going to say no more. But as of now, we're just praying for Shedeur's safety. If he wins tomorrow, he gets the win. But win or lose, we are praying for his safety on and off the field, in the locker room, on the sideline, every time he goes to the center and every time he throws that ball, because someone, who knows, may come from the left or the right or down the center and still intentionally hit him after the play is over and get penalized. You know, we don't heard those unnecessary roughness calls. It happened. It can happen at any time. We main focus is praying for Shedeur's safety and all the players' safety. Because right now those stats are only secondary. They're second on the priority list. So let's move forward.
So I think that's what you do in that situation. I don't be looking to get another quarterback. That, you know, you're paying a quarterback all the money in the world guaranteed. You drafted 2 quarterbacks, you're paying them, and then to go get another quarterback, that shit don't make no sense.
And hey, I want to stop right there for a second. Do you know they're saying in the streets that the Cleveland Browns are still looking to draft a quarterback in 2026 NFL draft? Go still got to pay Shedeur Sanders, Dylan Gabriel, Deshaun Watson, $80 million this year, $80 million next year. And they definitely can do something better than just blowing that capital. They need an O-line. From what I'm hearing, that the O-line that they currently have, none of them are currently on contract. So what are they going to do? You need to use all those draft picks next year to get that O-line, that D-line. And you need to get some wide receivers in there, because Jerry Jeudy is not it. Jerry Jeudy has the most drop balls in the NFL. And guess what? That's Jerry Jeudy's fault. He's the one dropping those balls. Nobody else in the NFL is making him drop those balls. So hearing that the rookie Fannin has more catches and yards compared to Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy, once again, this is your fault. But I'm going to go ahead and play this clip for you real quick. Hold on. This Cleveland Browns going out and get one of those wide receivers to pull that trigger. So when Shedeur Sanders throw that ball back, that wide receiver is going to go down there and get it and make those catches Jerry Jeudy only dreams about. Oh, yeah, that's what he's talking about. And to my Vesters right now, go ahead and pop your collar for being part of this movement, because we Vesters. And I'm going to go ahead and let him speak about on what the Cleveland Browns should do to support my argument.
Above what they were before. So I think that's what you do in that situation. I don't be looking to get another quarterback. That, you know, you're paying a quarterback all the money in the world guaranteed. You drafted 2 quarterbacks, you're paying them, and then to go get another quarterback, that shit don't make no sense.
All right, Vesta, so this is what I want to talk about, because we are away from that game against Shedeur Sanders and Cam Ward, round 1 talent versus round 1 pick 1. I want to highlight this special connection. Did you know that Shedeur Sanders and Cam Ward has the same QB coach? Yes, that is true. When the NFL had stated that Shedeur Sanders couldn't throw and Shedeur Sanders didn't have the talent and Shedeur Sanders couldn't do that and do that, I already knew they was telling a lie, because how can Cam Ward go round number 1, pick 1, when he has the same coach as Shedeur Sanders? And if you didn't know that, I know you're probably spilling your drink right now. And don't take your vest off, because it's real. They got the same coach. And you want to know who that coach is? That coach is right there in the middle with the hat on. That young black man name is Darryl Colbert Jr. He has been a long time personal trainer to Shedeur Sanders, even from high school, even to the point where he was the Colorado Buffaloes quarterback. I really like what he's done with all of these young quarterbacks. I know that his stock has rose ever since the NFL draft, because a lot of people already know this secret that you, or maybe some of you, have just found out. But boy, these jokers are lying. The media is lying, and we already know this. And they ain't been, and we are tired of them playing in our face. But they won't let you know all the connections in the background. That is when us, the YouTube independent media channels, are watching everything. And his name is Daryl Colbert Jr. Once again, this is the name of his business, Select QB Athletics. Ooh, oh boy, I know he's going to be grounding from side to side tomorrow when Shedeur Sanders and Cam Ward is on that field, because he's going to look back and say, I trained both of these players. That's my guidance right there. Those are my instructions right there. Both of my quarterbacks is owning week 14 of the NFL regular season on Sunday. It seemed like Daryl Colbert has locked down the NFL on week 14. You know, Shedeur Sanders is coming. You're here to support all these battles. I'm here to support both of these quarterbacks. And you already know that I'm going to support Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders is going to take this tomorrow by storm. And Cam Ward, you know your brothers, but please don't take this loss personally. Myles Garrett is going to get after you, and he's coming for you, along with all of these other defenders, as long as they do their job. And even though they said that it's going to be snowing tomorrow, he's out there in the snow. I'm still going to predict that Shedeur Sanders is going to win. He's going to have about 3 touchdowns. Let me that the Tennessee Titans defense is ranked very low in the NFL. So Shedeur Sanders is going to have 3 touchdowns, and he's going to come away with that win. He's going to have about 249, 259 passing yards, and he may even get his own TD. He's going to walk away with 0 interceptions and 0 sacks, because he's coming in for that win. I'm going to predict this win for the Cleveland Browns, because once they get this win tomorrow, they will be 4-9 instead of 9-4. They really should be 9-4. But hey, that's their doing. They don't want that ruin their own season. And Jerry Jeudy, let me show you what a real QB looks like. I'm going to show you what a real QB1 looks like, because you acting slow. And I'm still going to stay on your neck, Jerry Jeudy, even though I'm always trying to leave you alone. But Jerry Jeudy, this is what it looks like, Jerry Jeudy. Surprise, surprise. This is your early Christmas present from ToneyTalksVestedUp. Hey, this is what true talent looks like, Jerry Jeudy. This is what it looks like. And if you need a hint or a cleft note, I'll put it right here on the screen. This is what you do when you extend your hands and your body to catch that ball that's over your head. Take notes. And Jerry Jeudy, it definitely doesn't look like this. It definitely doesn't look like this. That ball was not 5 or 10 yards away that some sports analysts have tried to fool us. That ball was maybe 1 yard and some inches away, and you didn't even extend your arms, and we already know that you slowed down on the play. I'm trying to tell you, you're going to be on the wrong side of Shedeur Sanders' history. You're also messing up your potential stats. But hey, a fool go do what a fool go do, Jerry Jeudy. And I just want to remind the Cleveland Browns that the nation is watching. People that was probably never even following the Shedeur Sanders QB saga, but because of those flops last week, even additional players are watching. Millions and millions and millions. I'm going to play this clip. And investors, I'm going to give you back your Saturday, because I have definitely enjoyed talking to you today.
No sense. Go get a vest and a big gun. You'll be good.
Boy, he said that, and even Skip Bayless knew what he was talking about. Skip, go get your vest too, Skip. And I will say that Skip Bayless is also a vestor, and he's been actually standing 10 toes down for Shedeur ever since Shedeur was drafted. And Jerry Jeudy, just in case you need to see it one more time, this right here is not going to work. We're definitely going to call this tomorrow if we see this again coming across that television screen at 1 p.m. in the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, or fourth quarter. Jerry Jeudy, you on the radar. O-line, you on the radar. All right, investors, enjoy your weekend and be safe and stay vested 365 degrees at all times. Don't forget to cover yourself.